Educate your women first and leave them to themselves. Then they will tell you what reforms are necessary for them. Swami Vivekananda. Center for Social Service, or CSS, is a not-for-profit organization promoted by academicians and philanthropists who share a common concern for the downtrodden and underprivileged girls of our society. CSS was set up in 2004 by Mrs. Vijayalakshmi with the goal to educate and empower socially and economically challenged young girls and women. It was her firm belief that economic independence through education is the best way to empower women. This became the foundation for CSS when it started with just 5 girls. Mrs. Vijayalakshmi was joined by Mrs. Swarajalakshmi, Mrs. Janaki, and Mrs. Pramila, who formed the core group in India. Dr. Ganga Chaudhary, Dr. Lakshmi Ganga, and Mrs. Rohita are now actively working towards mustering support for CSS in the United States. When a family system collapses, women and children always are left alone to fend for themselves. The situation becomes even worse when a girl child is left alone in the world. She is subjected to all forms of exploitation in the society. CSS has of today provided shelter to 89 young girls who are orphaned or in debilitating circumstances. Thanks to Dr. Kakarla Prasad, who introduced Mrs. Shobha, CSS has found a kindred spirit who had contributed greatly to this cause. Each year, the center provides free education, accommodation, and all other basic amenities for a select number of girls. The girls are orphans or from economically disadvantaged families. Whatever their background, they all have the desire and spirit to improve themselves. Based on their aptitude and capabilities, they are enrolled in courses like engineering, medicine, commerce, and vocational programs. The world is fast turning into a global village, and English has become a universal language. To give girls from economically challenged families an opportunity to compete in the world, CSS started an English medium school called Nimagada Anandama Memorial Girls School. All the requirements of the students, like uniforms, textbooks, etc., is met by CSS through various donors who sponsor each child's education in this unique school. Around 350 girls are now getting free education in this school. Women subjected to domestic violence and economic strife have a fate worse than death. The Lakshmi Ganga Swayam Shakti program was started to support women in need of social and economic stability. The program provides shelter and counseling for women in crisis to women who have been victims of domestic violence and helps them face life. The women are also given vocational training to become economically independent. The first tailoring unit is housed in a building donated by Dr. Lakshmi Ganga and Dr. Ganga Chaudhary. As a progress towards self-reliance or Swayam Shakti, this program gives them the confidence to lead their life normally and independently. Girls need more nurturing and care. Biologically, their needs are more, and this means additional expenditure. These are hard facts which cannot be denied or overlooked. When the organization is an NGO that runs on individual donations, it becomes that much more difficult. Each of our donors has helped secure the future of all the girls and women at CSS, infusing new life and hope into our team and our organization. We are thankful to each and every one of them.